When was the last time a real record-breaking roller coaster hit a major amusement park in the United States? In the world. World's tallest loop coaster and steepest drop on a dive coaster don't count. Just to be clear, purely because a ride breaks some kind of major record does not mean it's good, at all. Look at Kingda Ka, for example. Tall, fast, and trash. But I've been noticing a recent trend in new roller coasters. None of them are outstanding. In my opinion, this is one of my more interesting opinions, as well as entertaining videos. So if you have the time, try to watch the whole thing. Anyway, in today's video, I'll dive deeper into this new trend, and I'll give a few exceptions. But overall, roller coasters are getting worse. Argue with me in the comments. Most of the latest and greatest roller coasters have come from a single manufacturer, Rocky Mountain Construction, or RMC. There are a few problems with this. First, most of their coasters rely on conversions of old wooden coasters, and the amount of old wooden coasters left in parks that can afford the conversion and where it makes sense is dwindling fast and close to none. I think Wildcat at Hershey is really the last one, maybe one of the Woodies at Canada's Wonderland. Second, all these coasters essentially provide the same experience with various degrees of intensity and goodness. I'm not saying these coasters aren't good. They are. Twisted Colossus, Steel Vengeance, and Twisted Timbers are fantastic roller coasters. But with that being said, something is missing. My two favorite roller coasters of all time are Maverick and Millennium Force, and these coasters just blow the RMCs out of the water in terms of basically everything. These are real roller coasters. I was super excited to ride Pantheon, one of Intamin's newest roller coasters, and as my favorite manufacturer, I had high hopes, and this thing delivered. Kind of. The elements were perfectly calculated. Every angle, drop, and turn calculated beyond precision, pretentious even. This resulted in a great but sterile ride experience that is present in a ton of new coasters, RMCs very notably. Everyone complains about the clones, Batman, Superman, Skyrocket 2s, whatever. RMCs are literally clones. All their coasters ride essentially the same way, but no one seems to mind. This seems to be a common theme among a lot of new roller coasters. Calculated, pretentious precision that drains the ride of its personality, a crucial part of any great coaster. I truly feel like Millennium Force is giving me the ride of a lifetime. Breakneck speed, vicious winds, bugs in my face, the whole thing. I felt like Steel Vengeance was a machine, pumping through riders, the most efficient process the park could come up with. The same with Pantheon, or even Fury. The newest ride that I still feel has some personality is Intimidator 305. It's unfortunate that it happens to be good for only like 10 seconds, but this thing gives me a ride. It was built in 2010, and I believe it was the last hurrah of the real roller coasters. 2000 to 2010 was the greatest decade for roller coasters, no question. All of the greatest rides to grace the earth were built in these 10 years, including both Maverick and Millennium Force. The B&M Hypers were built, the finest GCIs. This was the happy medium between the rickety rust buckets of the 20th century and the sterile and overly pretentious coasters of the present day. Yes, some elite rides have been built outside of this era, obviously. Ride to Happiness, I think, is a great case study of a ride where having such precise elements actually do it a favor. Each and every single element delivers, but the spinning aspect provides the unique thrill needed to keep the ride from being bland. Let's look at some rides that fall in this bland category. I could talk about the RMCs all day, but what about Hang Time at Knott's, a ride at Kings Island? Dare I even say Pantheon at Busch Gardens? I think the new stand-up coming to SeaWorld Orlando perfectly exemplifies this. Clearly, the park has some kind of mental deficiency if they really think this is a good investment. That goes to all the people who actually wanted this thing as well. What a piece of garbage. Oh, but you haven't ridden it yet. It could be elite. It's a perfect fit in their lineup. It's unique. Well, all you geniuses, there are plenty of stand-ups. They already have Icebreaker, which bridges the family thrill category. This thing will not be elite or even top 50. It crawls through its layout and doesn't have a single standout element. Sorry, enough hate on this thing, but this investment is just too frustrating. Anyway, I really hope the era of super fast and absolutely insane roller coasters returns sometime in the near future. My hope still stands with Intamin, and I would love to see them build a new Giga roller coaster. To end the video on a positive note, I'm pretty hyped about what is going on with Top Thrill Dragster over at Cedar Point. Some rumors have been going around that a spike is going to be added, and I think this is absolutely fantastic. Wasn't really expecting a change in the layout, but if this comes to fruition, it could easily be a top 10 roller coaster. Just to wrap up, of course new roller coasters are good, but they lack that special something that truly makes a memorable ride experience. None of them are really bad, but none of them are exceptional, leaving most in the slightly above average to good range. Let me know in the comments what you think, and as always, thank you for watching, and let me know if I was a little bit harsh. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.